So I grew up in a small town. It's about an hour north of here. I have one younger sister, Allison. She's local. She lives in Winston-Salem. My parents are still in Lexington. We visit often. My grandparents are still there. A perfect, quaint, small town to grow up in. One high school, one middle school, one elementary school. My kids love to visit there. They love to go to Nana and Pop Pops on the regular, which is nice. So again, close enough to Charlotte to be able to enjoy it as a child, but I didn't live right in the middle of town, so it was a good mix.
So I grew up in Long Island, New York. I had two sisters, younger, so I'm the oldest, and had a dad who was a high school football coach and lacrosse coach and a math teacher at the same high school for 32 years. And he was really my mentor growing up. And him being a football coach, it was interesting and was a full circle moment because I ended up being a football player myself. And after growing up, being the manager of his football team when I was 5 years old, 7 years old, and 8 years old, it was a full circle moment when I got to high school and we ended up playing my dad's team. And I was the quarterback at that time of our football team, and we played my dad's team both in my junior and senior year.
And when I moved to Charlotte, I started teaching right away, and I taught 5th grade down in Ballantyne for a while, then moved into middle school over in Mars Park, and then eventually moved up into assistant principal and principal roles here in the Charlotte area. It was a great setup, a great transition to be able to go from education and that job into real estate.
My dad passed away suddenly on a tennis court down in Florida. Really took our family by surprise, and that was about 12 years ago. And I had just moved to North Carolina. I think what that taught me is that, you know, you only live once, and I decided to pursue my dream and goal of getting into real estate. And so I left education and started here in Charlotte in real estate, and the rest is history.
Scott and I have the most beautifully chaotic, blended family. We've got kids that range in age from elementary school all the way up to college, which is crazy in itself, but also fun.
It gives us the chance to experience elementary school and middle school and high school and college, and we feel like that's a unique experience, that we have a family who's sort of running the gamut of all ages and schools. And Ashley, being a former principal, educator, knows so much about the schools, and it's just sort of a real life experience that we try to pass on to our clients.
Yeah, it is. It definitely helps when you've got the experience, that you're living the experience in each grade, each school. Being in Charlotte Mech, our oldest daughter goes to school at UNC Chapel Hill, which is a neat experience, but then also having that experience of kids' sports and activities and really using the community that we live in real life, and then be able to share that with clients and customers and friends who are moving to town.
As a family, we love just being out and about in Charlotte. There are so many things to do as family here in Charlotte. We play pickleball, we play tennis with our kids, we go to parks, we walk on the greenways, really spend a lot of time outside, hit the museums and the sporting events here that are local in Charlotte.
Yeah, there's just a lot to do.
We love it here in Charlotte, love raising a family here in Charlotte. I love the fact that we have 4 seasons. The winter is definitely mild here, but we do get all 4 seasons, and so that's really neat for holidays and all. We also love the proximity to the mountains, just a few hours away, Asheville and Boone, as well as getting away to the beach. A lot of families here in Charlotte take the 3-hour-ish trip to the beach. And we love doing long weekends and spring break and times in the summer where we take our family to the beach.